Hi, Juliet here. It's been such a long day and I want something cool and refreshing and easy for dinner. So I am making a traditional Israeli breakfast staple for dinner because I, being American, think of this traditional salad as really more of lunch or dinner food. I can tell you in Israel it is a breakfast staple. It's often served with eggs and bread. I like to eat it as an accompaniment with hummus and pita, or just about anything. It's really delicious. So here we go with a traditional classic Israeli salad. So we're going to start off with Roma tomatoes, and I bought all my produce for this meal, for this salad, at Barron's. If you're lucky enough to be in Temecula, go to Barron's. Love them. This is actually a Roma tomato. It's a little bit big, and you just dice about 3 or 4 of them until you get about 2 cups of finished product. And I like to actually, I like to take away all the seeds, and I also like to drain them in the colander a little bit so that the final result of the salad winds up not too wet. So we're just going to mix all of the ingredients. We're going to add all the ingredients together in a bowl and just mix it very gently. So we have our approximately 2 cups of diced Roma tomatoes. And then we have a little bit less than that, maybe around 2 of this size Persian cucumbers. Now, Persian cucumbers could be hard to find, possibly, but the really nice thing about Persian cucumbers, and the reason you want to find them, they're worth seeking out, is you can just give them a nice little scrub. And I have this little scrubber brush that I use just gently to scrub them, and then you can eat them, peel and all, and they have very few seeds in them. So if you have trouble finding Persian cucumbers specifically, you can buy the English hothouse cucumbers that are usually wrapped in saran wrap, and that's a nice substitution. But if you find the Persians that are about this size, I used here in this bowl, this is about 2. This is 2. And so you're going to add that in. And the next item we're going to have is our diced bell pepper. And I used yellow bell pepper. You use about half of the large one, so I made sure, you can see here, that I did not get any of the seed. I tried to leave the seed intact. For this salad, I personally prefer it. The fewer seeds, the better. I think it's more digestible and just easier to eat. So reserve this, look at this. This would make a great snack for the kids. Reserve the rest of that. So you add in about half of a diced bell pepper. Yellow makes a really pretty color. And then you're going to do some green onions, scallions. This is what I used, just regular kind of green onions. I used 2, just the white parts only, and just chop them up. So those go in. And Italian parsley. Italian parsley is different from parsley. The leaves are these nice big leaves. It's very aromatic. So it'll be labeled Italian parsley in the produce section. So you want a good half cup, and just chop it up. Wash everything before you wash and dry it before you prepare it. But just chop it up. I do a real coarse chop. One of these days I'm promising myself I'm going to buy a mezzaluna, so I don't need to really brutalize the herbs too much, but just give them a nice coarse chop. The next item we're going to add is some fresh lemon juice. Now, I always, living here in Temecula, where we're so lucky to have wonderful produce, I always have a bowl. Like, this is my typical bowl of local lemons and limes, which I love, love, love. And I love Meyer lemons if we can get them. I wasn't able to find Meyer lemons lately. But you're going to take a very ripe, soft lemon, and the one that you can get a lot of juice out of, and about half of a medium-sized lemon. Just squeeze it in. I just took the edge of a knife and got out. There were a few seeds in there. And you might want it more or less lemony for yourself. And then the final ingredient is going to be some olive oil. You want maybe a couple teaspoons of olive oil. I just eyeball it. And extra virgin olive oil. Then you're just going to give it all a really quick and easy stir, and that's it. Salad is made. You can add salt and pepper if you like that. Just add it to taste. I like to use, I always keep on hand for cooking, and I use kosher salt, which is particularly appropriate since it's an Israeli recipe, I suppose. Add a little bit of kosher salt. Make sure to measure it out in your hand first so you don't accidentally pour too much in. And a couple grinds of fresh black pepper, and you are good. So I hope you enjoy this beautiful, classic Israeli salad, perfect for a hot August night or breakfast.